keyed up the one time. I only keyed up with the one time, but I key up again. Say good day to you. The gatekeeper, hello to you. Good morning. Motor mouth ball work at a small ball peen hammer. Your West Coast undermodulated beast. Got down right there, breaker.
Tell you on that chugging in, show up. Hey, John, hey, gatekeeper, say have a good day. Bye. Hey, troublemaker, telling me got a word behind the how you just told you to come back to me. Behind you, it's that little bit light behind. Tell me, it's stand down. Good morning, USA. Good morning, USA. This is Louis on the south side of Puerto Rico. Say hello.
I guess I'll key up once and take a look around the south side of Puerto Rico. I think I'll keep this thing up one time and take a look around Puerto Rico to break.
That's right. You didn't see what I gave him, I got to it. All right, Zach, take care, homeboy. Put it on you later. Hey, Zach, catch you later, man. I want to whip your ass going to the coast to the whole time. Yeah, who's that troublemaker? I said, click. All right, you there, troublemaker. I'm going to get it out of here, man. I was just kind of hooping, hollering, screaming, and shouting at a friend on the other end.
Well, it's rough and tough out here right about now, huh? It definitely is rough and tough right now.
Good morning, Big John, 4300. Good morning, Big John, 4300, waving.
Yeah, 4300 can make it real easy. Look at that. You get that mall down. Hey, 4300. Good morning. I hope everything is all well and slow over there on your stack of bricks to break. I'm sitting back here. I got my cup of coffee. I'm good to go to break.
No two-way buzz about it. Yeah, everything copacetic round the car and the pound of roast, whatever you shake and show. Hey, Motor Mouth Mall, hope everything is well away around your place. Oh, 4300 round this TL, we got down.
Tender, hey, 4300 opportunity checking in too, making sure everything's all up and up over here on my neck of the woods. Hey, 4300, have a great day out there. We'll catch you a bit later on. Definitely pleasure with the double measure, getting to put the hammer down and look around your neck of the woods right there, right now. 4300, Motor Mouth Mall working for small ball peen hammer, stepping, they got down.
The Tampa, Roger, Motor Mouth Mall, appreciate the bump down. 4300, back outside, got down.
410. Bye. I'm going to go check on the tracks. Let's see what's going on over there around the tracks.
Good morning. Hold on. I just figure I'd bump this thing down and see what's going on out there in the world of sound. Motor Mouth Mall cruising, they got down right there, breaker. South Carolina footway with 4-1 after man. Hey, 45, I'm gonna get on that. Hey, 45, tell Moonshine I said hello. Hey, 45. Hey, Spider-Man and the Big Horn, did I hear you roll up in there? Hey, Spider-Man, I believe I heard you roll up in there for the Big Horn. Motor Mouth Mall got down, break. American Most High Man and
Bayou Motor Mouth Mall Cruise Center.
I tell you what, it's a little rough in there, but boy, I like to recognize them mobiles when I can, because it gets tough up there against them base stations. Hello.
It's nice to give a mobile a chance, you know.
Bye. Have a great day. Lord bless you. I agree, Motormouth Mall. I wanted to ask you about that flat side mobile antenna. Anyway, I'm standing by.
Flat side mobile antenna was, it looked flat. It was horizontally polarized. Horizontally oriented, but it was vertically polarized. So it was a vertical, even though it was flat, 4 inches off the top of the cab, but it was a vertical, and it had a lower takeoff angle than a standard vertical antenna, called a DDRR antenna. Worked really, really good. Ain't no pain, no strain. It was the only problem. It had two problems. The only problems with it was, one, every time you changed frequency, even if it was only one channel, you had to retune the cap or drop your SWR down, resonate the antenna, because it was so high Q. And two, if you ran any more than about 1,500 watts or close to 1,500 watts or more, the capacitor at the tip of the antenna would, it wasn't the 27 megahertz as an issue, but the capacitor with that much voltage on it, roughly 13,000 volts or a little bit more, it would start emitting X-rays. And it was right over my head, so I figured I didn't want to keep pushing it. So I stopped using it. But it worked really good, their brake. One of those without the capacitor. You can build one without the capacitor, but then it becomes a real pain in the neck to tune, and then it's only tunable on one frequency. So I used the cap. But anyway, yeah, if you don't run an 8-pill, if you run something smaller, a 6 or equivalent power-wise, maybe in the 50 ohms, if you're looking at peaks of, say, 1,200 watts a kilowatt, you could do that all day long, real safe. But up at 1,500 watt peaks, the high voltage at the tip of that antenna at that vacuum capacitor was way up there, so I didn't want to take any chances. But it did work well, and I could talk all over the place. And the one you see in the video with all the flames and the arcs and the sparks, that was not a vacuum cap. That was a slip cap, like one you would find on a Gamma match. It was homemade, and I had rough edges. I had rough cut edges, and there was 13,000 volts at the tip, so it corroded really, really easy. But anyway, I wouldn't do that again. I like the vacuum idea, but you just got to get it farther away from your head to break it.
I know that is right. I used to drive truck and talk on the radio all day long, and I want to believe I had rosy cheeks at the end of the day. Hello.
10-4 on the rosy cheeks at the end of the day. Well, don't confuse Rosie's cheeks and rosy cheeks, right?
Well, I'm looking for something. I got spoiled putting my automobile in the garage, and looking for something that would clear the clearance. Okay.
Well, that would be the trick. If you don't go haywire on the power, or if you got something that's like a Suburban where you can mount the antenna near the back and keep the capacitor above and away from your head, then I think you'd probably be all right. But I don't know how much power you run into Mobile to break it.
Not that much. And I generally talk to either you and a couple others, King Arthur and a few friends, but I generally run 915, okay, Motormouth Mall.
Right, sure, yeah. If you're at anything other, anything lower than 1,500 watt peaks and all that, then you can by all means run the DDRR antenna and have extremely good results. And you spend most of your time on 915. And very cool, awesome. I haven't been to 915 in ages. This radio won't go there. This is just a 29LX. I don't have the frequency mods, the band kit on this one. And one of these days, I need to get back down there and see what's cooking on 915. It's been a long time to break.
Well, you're always welcome. Doggone, been talking to some of them 40 and 50 years, and less, but driving a truck, them old trucks, we couldn't do too much. We'd change them out every other day, and about a 2-peel's all I ever run, and if I can't talk, well, I'll wait for another day.
Roger. Well, on a truck, the DDRR, unless you were an owner of the truck, you don't want to put a DDRR on the truck because it becomes part of the vehicle. You can't magnet mount it on. You can't screw it on. It's got to be welded. The tip of the ring, the leg of the ring has to be welded to the cab or to its own sheet of 4-foot by 4-foot metal. And that becomes the counterpoise, and the current is so high, and the voltage is so the voltage is so low at the feed point, and the current is so high. You got to have a really good connection, and the only way you can really get that is to weld them together, and then they work really good. A lot of people have various results with them, for that reason, because they don't properly construct it. But they work good. But yeah, if you're in a big truck, by all means, I could see, you wouldn't want to run more than a 2-pill and plug it in real quick and go and that kind of thing. And but with your mobile right now, and being off the road, I would definitely recommend a DDRR antenna. If you do a search on Google for a DIY 40-meter DDRR antenna, you'll see a PDF file that comes up, and you'll know you're on the right one because when you scroll about halfway down or a little bit farther than halfway down on the PDF, there's going to be a chart that shows the different bands and the size and the shape of the ring and all that stuff. So you just go ahead and follow that. And for 11 meters, you interpolate halfway between 10 and 12, and that'll put you at 11. But I can save you the hassle. The ring will be somewhere around 30 inches in diameter. If you're going to go down to 26915, I'd probably make it about 31 inches in diameter, 4 inches tall, the gap about 3 inches, and a 3 to 30 picofarad capacitor. And that'll get you where you want to be there, Rick. Hey, if you can't hold a conversation and talk here, then maybe you need to go find Channel 19 or something like that. If you can't lock a channel down and talk, you got no business being there. Some mud runner out there telling me I gotta hold that conversation on some other channel. You can talk about whatever you want. I ain't going to complain about it. You can talk to your neighbor. I ain't going to complain. You can talk to Skip. I ain't going to complain. You can use your radio harbor which way you want out here on 27025. But don't complain if somebody is out here doing something that you wish you could. There's some mud runner out there. I don't know who that was. I don't really care who that was. But if I'm plugging your ears, then I guess I'm doing something right. Ain't no doubt about that. Motor mouth mall worker, the small ball peen hammer. Got down right there, break it. You know what? It's people like you, that guy out there who made that comment, it's people like you out there that don't want to listen and learn, that don't want to incorporate new thoughts, that don't want to open your mind to something different, and don't learn nothing. It's people like you that perpetuate BS, wives' tales, and all this malarkey you catch on the band. If you'd open your mind and say, man, I'm going to listen to this for a little bit. I got 24 hours in a day. This guy's probably going to be out here yapping about this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Maybe I'll stop and listen. But no, I'd rather run my mouth. That's what you're thinking. You'd rather run your mouth. So go ahead, run your mouth. Do what you got to do. I ain't going to go anywhere. You can rest assured of that, to break. And you have a good day. At least try to have a good day. Don't let me ruin your day, to break. Try to have a good day out there. I don't know what your handle is, and I don't know what your angle is. I sure know one thing for sure. You a mud duck, to break. If you're going to get out there and complain on 27025, maybe you need to go to channel 19 yourself, to break.
Hey, what about Big Peter? Hey, what about Paul? You say you
Hey, Big Peter. Hey, Big Peter. I don't know why they got to complain. Hey, Big Peter. I don't know why they got to complain. Their break.
Wilson's great food.
Hey, Motormouth Mall, Big Peter Burn, right back, mate.
Big Peter Gunn, have a good day out there. Good to hear you up in there. You got that hammer down. Hey, Big Peter Gunn, Motormouth Mall, cruising one fat watt at a time. Laying this great big old hammer down where you can get it. I got down right there, break.
I told him, man, you got to have something with some life in it. You got to get some real wine. Something going to give a kick to you. Catch it later, Fireball. I'm gone, baby.
Hey, 549. Hey, 549. Tell Fireball he got to get himself a radio that can key up for a while. That break.
Hey, Motormouth Mall, you got to get him a radio and do something on that stuff. Hey, hello, good morning, Motormouth Mall. 549, getting on down.
Good morning, 549, making a lot of good noise. And come on radio, I just want to say hello and how do you do. Hey, 549, Motormouth Mall working this great big hammer. Walked on through. Hey, 549, do me a favor. Tell Fireball I got 19 miles to the gallon on the Dodge. 19 miles to the gallon with the automatic Dodge. 4-wheel drive automatic. 19 miles to the gallon on the 5.9 Cummins. They're breaking. Hey, Big Peter, you said to keep the 5 alive until 549. Hello? Hey, Big Peter, you said keep the 5 alive until 549. You said hello, Big Peter. I waved that friendly 5, rolled that friendly 5 to 549. Motormouth Mall cruising. I got down.
I want to thank you. I thank you, Motormouth Mall. Hey, Motormouth Mall, Big Peter say thank you. Take care, Motormouth Mall, Big Peter. Bye, bye, bye.
Fortune, you're welcome, Big Peter. Take care of 7-3. And I appreciate you being out there dropping that great big old hammer in the world of sound. You put that hammer on the mud duck. I don't know who the mud duck was. I heard him complain for just a little bit. But that's all the key he could get. He couldn't hold it out there. Hey, Big Peter, Motormouth Mall cruising. They got down, break.
In the park. Hey, Motormouth Mall, the king of Greenwood,
Hey, King of Greenwood, while you up in there, but you don't need that much carrier. You can turn your carrier down a little bit. Hey, King of Greenwood, while you ought to put up in there, you might have that thing just a tad bit saturated. And I'll let you know what I'm talking about. Here it comes. Just a little bit too much saturation in the RF stages. Hello, King of Greenwood, motor mouth mouth working the small ball peen hammer. Got down, break. Blood, and more blood. I got a good copy of you now. You got that audio spin in 10-8 straight right there. Check this out one time. Then I think Big Peter talking to Fireball. Hey, motor mouth mouth working a small ball peen hammer. One fat watt at a time. I got down right there, break. Number 13 man in the hog yard, still getting it and got it. Every last word, wall to wall, treetop tall, ain't no doubt about that. Hey, you got that maul down.
I got a 21, bye.
Better, and that sounds better than King of Greenwood. That sounded a little bit better, still a little bit tight, but it sounded better. Check it out one time. Still a little tight, but not as crackly, not as bad. Still have some of that up in there, but it's better, break.
Sound like the King of Mud Ducks to me.
549, you said sound like King of Mud Ducks to you to break.
Hey, motor mouth mouth, bye.
410, well, you said that's what it sounded like to you. And your ears know what your ears hears. And that's for doggone sure. Hello to you, 549, motor mouth mouth working the small mall right there, right now, breaker.
Watch the back and watch the go. Hey, fat ball, no bogus fine. Never ball, no Big Peter, put the green light on, bye.
Hey, Big Peter, you said you had a 21. Hey, Big Peter, I thought you said you had a 21 to break.
I got a 21, motor mouth mouth, bye.
Bye, Big Peter. Well, you got a 21. I'll see you. Bye.
Yeah, you guys can do it. Tell me better run, motor mouth mouth. Tell Big Peter he better run, motor mouth mouth, 410.
549. You said tell Big Peter he got to run. He better run. Not got to run. He better run. Hey, 549. You said he better run. Break.
Tell him I'm gonna make him blow it up again. Hey, tell him I'm gonna make him blow it up again, bye.
You can make him something blow up again to break. Hey, Big Peter, you say you don't want to blow up again, or you gonna make him blow up again to break?
I make 549 blow it up again. Tell the final stop the city run. And the green light is on, no bonus fine. Hey, motor mouth mouth, bye.
410, you say you're going to make him blow it up again, but I don't know, he got that thing running pretty smooth right now, man. It's smooth and cool and doing his thing, ain't no doubt about that. He's sitting on the stool with that great big old mic in his hand, dropping a hammer across the band. Hello to you one more time. Hey, Big Peter, I heard you, I did. 549, you got that thing down, break.
Time to the car.
That time I had a technician at my house. Tell him I did not know the last technician at my house. I can't remember 410.
410, you see, you don't know the last time. You don't remember the last time you had a technician at your house. Hey, 549, you see, you don't know the last time you had a tech at your place to break.
Go ahead, 10 more.
410 on that kind of big in, no doubt about it. Put it down on your later, motor mile, 549.
hiccup every now and then, but I take care of it. I'll see you. Bye-bye.
That's how I do my stuff, too. I take care of my own stuff. A549, I'm my own tech. Ain't no doubt about that. And I don't care about no reflex, because I'm my own tech. A549, motor mouth ball cruising.
410. Well, my tech is Blue Hill. Now I got a good tech.
Bartender King of Greenwood, I heard you up in there. Yo, I know you're taking bluegill. You got a good tech. You got a super tech. Hey, you got that bluegill doing your technical stuff there, but you don't need too much help from bluegill because you run your stuff right. You don't push it, you don't abuse it, and he built it right. Hey, 549. See, that's the thing. He built it right. You run it right, so you ain't blowing it up, right? Bye. Hey, King of Greenwood, you getting that thing better yet? It's a little bit better. Hey, you sounding a little bit better. King of Greenwood, motor mouth mall cruising breaker. Got down in fine style. That's for doggone sure. Hey, King of Greenwood, motor mouth mall, your West Coast beast. Dropping a great big old hammer right there, right now. Breaker.
Did you tell me to drop a big hammer? Motor mouth mall break?
I may have said something close to that, but I think I was dropping a big hammer, but you did it. Yeah, I said it, but you did it there, break. Down to number 13 man in the hog yard, doing it to it in the world of sound right there, right now. Hey, check this out one time. And there you go. You're stepping all up in my radio. Motor mouth mall with the wave, and I got down breaker.
I'm gonna leave my brother in Mississippi alone, man. I'm just trying to get a radio check and trying to make a name for myself. But more than I'm just out here milling and trying to make a name for myself. About it. Put on the later, more than my mall, and I'm my 13 man in the hog yard. I'm still getting it.
You getting it? And you made a name for yourself a long time ago. Hey, number 13 man in the hog yard. You still getting it? And you made a name for yourself. And you're all up in here in the wall of fame, too. Check this out one time. And I'm just meddling out here from time to time, too, sipping on my coffee, see if I can fit between the cracks. What you think about that, break?
Yeah, Tim. I'm going to go sit out on the lean-to, man. I'm going to sit on the lean-to and watch the birds fly by.
Or, Tim, well, here's a few more birds flying by right here, right now. Hey, check these out while they do the flyby. Hey, number 13 man. Watch these birds do the flyby. I got down right there. Bye. Here's a radio check while you're doing some testing out there. Here's a radio check for you. Anyway, that's what I heard. Motor mouth mall stepping. I got down. Good morning there, Double R. Hey, Double R, good to see you up in there while you got that hammered down. Hey, Double R, radio station, motor mouth mall waving and stepping. Hope you have a good day out there. I'm working on some coffee, so everything is really good over here. Hey, Double R, motor mouth mall, step and break.
I just finished my coffee. I'm 2 hours ahead of you. I just finished my coffee. I'm going to have to start on some Diet Mountain Dew right about now. 10-4.
All right, try and finish some of the coffee. The Mountain Dew, man, the coffee itself won't get you going. That Mountain Dew sure will. Man, that stuff got sugar and caffeine in it. Well, you're going to get the Diet Mountain Dew. I guess that doesn't have all the sugar in it. But, man, I'll tell you what, Mountain Dew, if I drink Mountain Dew, I start grinding I look like a doggone speed freak. When I drink Mountain Dew, man, I'll tell you, I start grinding my teeth. I get the jitters. I can drink coffee all day long, but I drink a Mountain Dew, man, I'll tell you what.
That's something. I guess I drink some damn much caffeine.
Test 1, 2. All right. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
Out there, man, they just have some hammers. I couldn't make the trip. This indicator station.
Well, you're sure making the trip now, that's for sure. No pain, no strain. There was a mud runner out there earlier who was telling me to go to the Mudder channel and talk about some technical stuff, some antenna-related stuff. I was talking to a gentleman out there about a DDRR antenna, and some mud runner out there was complaining. Oh, get a load of that. AA 149 RR, motor mouth mall, step and break.
Oh, bother. On channel 6 even. 825. Don't know.
410, yeah. You'd be surprised with what happens out there, I guess, from time to time, even on 27025. And the King of Greenwood, I hear you dropping that hammer down. Now you got a little bit of RF squealing up in there, but don't turn the carrier up to get rid of it, and don't turn the audio down. Find the gremlin. It's in there somewhere. You get a big old mallet, hit him on the head to break.
That'll be enough to take that old squeal out of there, man. All right, that'll be enough to ease those squeal out of there when I put a hot damn boat drive. Hello, Mr. Worldwide Motor Mama, the King of Greenwood is up, I see.
Ooh, man, that sounds good right there. Hey, King of Greenwood, check this out. You know how you sounded earlier. Check this out one time.
Yeah, boat drive. Hello, Mr. Worldwide Motor Mama, the King of Greenwood is up, I see.
Now you're 100% better. Hey, King of Greenwood, that's what you're looking for right there. Motor mouth mall work at a small ball peen hammer. Breaker.
That King Greenwood got a maul down. I think he gave me 10 pounds of 10 dB backscatter.
And then around the sugar mine. Put that up, Mr. Worldwide. All right, keep up.
410, you hit into your sugar mine, and by the way, 149 said you're giving him about 10 pounds of backscatter over there around his neck of the woods. So you're doing a good job. Hey, just keep on with it on right there. The King of Greenwood, motor mouth mall, your West Coast beast. Dropping the hammer from time to time, I got down.
If I style too, put on that motor mouth mall, King of Greenwood, I see you,
Bye.
So what kind of projects you got going on now, Motormouth?
Still working on the truck a little bit here and there. I got the cruise control on this truck. Okay, so my other truck was a 97, and it was, a stock automatic transmission with cruise control, 5.9 Cummins. And the new truck is a 96 5.9 Cummins. It used to have cruise control on it, but the valve body is replaced with a fully manual reverse valve body. And the guy took off the cruise control actuator, and I don't know what else he took off. So I'm going to go backpedal and figure out what I need to do to make cruise control work, basically make it work as if it was a manual transmission. and then see if I can make the cruise control work, because I don't really care about cruise control where it's going to be needing to shift. I'll take care of that, but on a long stretch of the road, if I want to maintain, 55 with the trailer or 65 or 70 without, it'd be nice to be able to have cruise control back again. So I got to figure out what I got to modify and how I got to modify it to get the cruise control back on my truck.
Well, that sounds interesting. I couldn't help you out just by I'd have to look at it. I'd have to look at it and figure it out. That's something you got to get your hands on to figure out there, Tinboy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There are bypass steps and modifications that people do, I think, pretty regularly when they switch over from an automatic to a manual. A lot of people doing, 5 and 6 speed swaps on the second generation Cummins. And so that's what I want to do, is basically follow that step. But I don't have all the parts. I know that for sure the activator I got to swap over from the other truck. I don't know how much other wiring is still there. I know the steering wheel controls are there, but they're different. They're laid out differently, but they're there. So I should be able to get something to work somehow. I think there's something to do with the neutral safety switch and the back of the, there's some signals that normally come from the valve body. And so there's something you got to do to kind of sort of fudge that a little bit. But anyway, I'll figure it out. I don't want to get too technical out here, because there's some folks out there will complain if you start talking about any one thing for too long, they're breaking. 149 RR motor mouthball cruising, they got down breaking.
I don't care what they say. That stuff don't bother me at all. I don't care what they say. They can say what they want. But anyway, yeah, sounds like an interesting project for sure. I got some news, man. I got real bored. Man, sitting around and doing projects and what have you. But I got bored at the house, dude. So I went ahead and picked up a contract job for a big foundry. I'm going to be a construction manager. I signed a 6-month contract. I'm sure they'll probably extend it. But I'm going back into the workforce for a little.
Hey, 09, I'm trying to get me another.
Yeah, I'll be darned. Very cool. Well, that should be pretty cool there. You signed a 6-month contract at the foundry there to go back as a production manager. So we'll see. That'll keep you occupied and keep you busy anyway. That's a good deal. Awesome. Well, good to hear it. That might cut into your radio time a little bit there, Break.
Yeah, it'll probably cut into my weekdays, that's for sure.
Cummings to go in my 2005 Dodge Dually.
79.
What was that there on the Dodge 2-liter Break?
79.
Yeah, I'm trying to find me another motor from my 2005 Dodge
10-4, yeah. I have a spare motor. I've got a 97, which is in California the last year of this log, but anyway, I got a 97 12 valve, all mechanical 12 valve 5.9 Cummins. It's in my 97 truck that I rolled, and I totaled that truck, but I have the engine. I was going to put the engine and the transmission and all that in I've got an 89 Ford. I was going to fix the Ford by taking out that Ford engine to put in a Cummins, to make it a Cummins. Or I got a 63 Willys with a 75 Gladiator cab on it, truck. And I was going to put it in there, but I do have I got a 97 12 valve sitting here to break.
Yeah, but will it ever change with that 2005 Dodge Cummins?
No, I don't think so. You'd have to swap it, and then if you got any kind of emission issues, it wouldn't pass. You probably don't have any emissions. Out here in California, we got the worst of all that. But 2005, I don't know enough about them to say it would swap over. But I'll keep my eyes and ears open if I find a 2005 that is available somewhere. Yep, they're awesome motors, man. I'll tell you, what happened to yours?
I really bought it brand new and I drove it like I stole it. And then it started having bypass, and I was coming home from California running tandem with one of my friends, and I kept seeing a line behind me, so I pulled over, and there was a bypass going through it. I could have made it on into Wichita Falls, but I got my friend check something out, and that damn fool floored the damn motor, and I don't know if he messed it up, but I know I want another one. I can handle the price if it's not over, I'm going to say $10,000.
10 for, wow, what a trip. Well, shoot, that's a big hassle and a problem. I'm bummed out you got to go through all that, man, oh man. But I know they're out there. You know, you see them every so often, and I'm sure you'll find one somewhere that's not too far away from you. You don't have to drive too awful far to get it to break.
Yeah, but these fools out here, that's where the most sought after motives there is, because like I said, I had 290,000 on it, and it just changed the oil at a certain brand, and I let somebody talk me into using a different brand. Plus, like I say, it's just my fault. It's not the first time I've followed a dumbass down the rabbit hole.
Roger, well, human nature is we want something cheaper, and so somebody suggests use this or that or the other, and it might save you $1 or $2. It might save you $1 or $2 at the checkout stand, but it might cost you $1 or $2 at the other end. Ain't no doubt about that. So yeah, it's probably best to use the good stuff and pay the money for it. It usually works out that way in the long run. That's for doggone sure. Anybody who buys a diesel, runs a diesel, drives a diesel knows there's going to be a higher price for changing filters and lubrication and oil on a regular interval, a whole lot more expensive than doing it on the gas car, So you got to go into that knowing that to break. But I sure hope you get that figured out there.
Yeah, Tim. The same. I could drive 7,000 miles on one oil change, and that was a lie. New oil in it after the 7,000 miles, and it didn't run but maybe a week. Drove it on home. I could have got the solution, but nope. One mistake compounds another mistake. Motormouth Mall, it ain't it's not his fault, it's my fault for letting him tell me that crap, let me go and buy it.
Yeah, 10-4, I hear that. Well, man, I hope not only you learned something from it, but he did too. Hopefully you learned something from it. Obviously it's your expense, but yeah, you're right. One mistake will lead to a couple or 3 or 4 or 5 other mistakes, and they're not so good in the long run. Yeah, I don't. 3 is probably a premature number, but 5 is pretty reasonable. Between 3 and 5 regularly is a good a place to do it. And then as far as using a good quality oil, by all means makes more sense. That's for sure. And then the old oil that comes out, don't be afraid to add a little bit of that here and there. You know, filter it, of course. Put it through a good filter, strain it out, and filter it down to a real small micron filter, and then dump it slowly back into your tank. Put a little bit in each tank. You know, dump it back in there, reburn it, their brakes. Anyway, yeah, don't waste it all. Hello to you one more time. Motor mouth ball working. The small ball peen hammer got down right there, breaking.
I appreciate all the help. Motor Mouth Ball 935 in Wichita Falls, Texas. If you find one, get a hold to me, and I can drive my new truck over there and do the deal. And I know most men want an exchange because they are small motors and they're easy to rebuild, but they are tough little motors. They're gonna wake up real.
Oh, yeah, they're tough, all right. No doubt about that. Well, I'll certainly keep my eyes and ears open. Hey, 935, I'll keep my eyes and ears open, and if I find one, I shall let you know. Ain't no doubt about that. And, yeah, I've never, you know, it's really funny. Up until a few years ago, I wasn't really, well, maybe I guess about 8 years ago. Up until about 8 or 9 years ago, I wasn't really a diesel fanatic. And then I became a diesel fanatic. An ex-girlfriend of mine, her son, was a diesel aficionado with them Volkswagen Passats and all that stuff, you know, and all that. And then I got to drive his for a little while I had my truck was being worked on. He had it in the shop. And man, I was like, wow, this is great, you know. And then the next thing I did was I did a Cummins swap on my 75 Cherokee. I pulled that V8, the gas motor out of there, and I put that Cummins 6-cylinder in there with the 5-speed, and then the 3-speed Brownie box behind that, and that 1-ton 354 gear 1-ton positive traction axle behind that. And I had that, you know, I still have that. It's a great truck, you know. And then I've had, you know, a couple Cummins trucks after that. So I've become a diesel fanatic now. The brake, I like them.
Begin the whip. Well, I like mine because it's running 120 miles an hour down the road. 100 miles while on the road per 35 gallons, and it never give me no big problems up until that one day. But it's all right, Motor Mouth Ball. It is what it is. Where you gonna get a mobile that'll drive 700 miles on 35 gallons?
Exactly. You know, that's so true. You know, that's a heck of a deal, and be able to pull with it. You know, and to load it up and do stuff with it. You know, have a functional vehicle like that. That's awesome. And by the way, you know, you said you had 290,000 on yours. The one I have here, my 96, I got 390,000 on it. Now, that transmission, you know, it's not stock anymore. The transmission is billet all the way from the front to the back, manual reverse valve body transmission. I did the fuel upgrades to it. I got it still has a stock turbocharger. I didn't go hog wild on that yet, but that's a yet. There's still room for improvement, but you've probably seen, I don't know if you're familiar with the AFC Live, but I'm building my own AFC Live. It's real simple, you know. All you're doing is interrupting the boost line from the head over to the AFC on the P pump, and you can adjust the rate that the air gets into the regulator, and then the regulator that adjusts the pressure on the AFC diaphragm. And between those two things, you have in-the-cab, on-the-fly adjustment of air-fuel mixture. It's awesome. So anyway, I'm going to be building, I'm waiting on the regulator to show up here in the mail. It should be here by the 3rd. What's today? Today's the 3rd. No, I must have read that wrong. Today is the 20th. It should be here soon. Anyway, I'm waiting on the regulator to show up, and I'm going to plumb that in and figure out where I want to put it in the dash, you know, in the cab. But anyway, yeah, I'm building my own version of the AFC Live.
410, I'm gonna get off here. We done held the band Motor Mouth Mall.
935, I didn't mean to hold the band hostage for 25 minutes. I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to get out of here too. 935. Have a good day. Enjoy it to its fullest. Like I said, if I see a 2005 5.9 floating around, I'll go ahead and let you know what I find if I find one. All right, take care. 7-3. Have a good day. We'll catch you another time, another way. Radio station, Motor Mouth Mall, working the small ball, Pete Hammer stepping. They got down right to break. Like that from time to time. I apologize for having that hammer down so doggone long. That's why Lady Mermaid called me Long-Winded John to break. I appreciate that. Yeah, I sit back and listen to you a lot, you know. I like listening to that big audio, that full rich audio. It, it doesn't matter what the topic matter is, you know, it just sounds good. Hey, Double R, Motor Mouth Mall work. You know, most people out here don't like when you talk about diesels or radios. You got to talk about, I don't know what you got to talk about, but anyway, most of them don't like it when you start talking about anything that's, hobby related or engine or vehicle related to break. To 149. I'm going to get out of here. I guess I've been out here for 52 minutes, and my hour is coming up, so I'm going to get back on the quiet side, and I'm going to take a look at this cruise control situation and see what I can learn to break. And I appreciate the playback. That was a good playback.
Hey, buddy, you take care, take them easy. I'll talk to you real soon. It's old Double R out here in Illinois, standing by.
10-4, Double R, take care. 7-3, Motor Mouth Mall, stepping, and I'm out.
Hammer down for an hour and a half. Zigzag, so you can have that hammer down for an hour and a half. Good morning, Motor Mouth Mall. Zigzag, you quiet.
Hey, Zigzag, your clock is fast. I started the Watergate when I started talking, and that was 53 minutes and 33 seconds ago. Hey, Zigzag, I wasn't out here for an hour. I haven't been awake for an hour and a half yet in a break.
You've been throwing down. Zigzag been sitting there reading your mail. I ain't got no condition for you, but Zigzag been sitting there reading your mail.
Hey, Zigzag, you've been reading the mail, and you looking good, sounding good over here, too, and it's been a while, you said. Yep, it's been about 54 minutes. Hey, Zigzag, big old wave your way. Hope everything's all well and swell around your stack of bricks. Motor Mouth Mall working the small ball, Pete Hammer got down.
Some kind of, hey, Motor Mama, tell me he was doing a real good job reading the mail. Hey, Motor Mama, King, they used to tell my friend Zigzag that he was doing a real good job reading the mail. Motor Mama, the King of Greenwood, I see you.
Hey, King of Greenwood, you should tell him he was doing a good job. I see how you said that. King of Greenwood, Motor Mouth Mall, stepping right there, right now, breaker.
I'm just doing a little testing. Tell him I said hello, how to do it. I'm easing on back. Hey, Motor Mouth Mall, I'm just doing a little testing, but tell him I said hello, how to do it, and I'm pulling it back. Motor Mouth Mall, I see you.
Bye. Bowie doing some testing and tuning and dropping a great big old hammer. Motor mouth mall working the small ball peen hammer, stepping right there, right now. Breaker, breaker.
Oh, you motor mouth mall, I see ya.
Click. I'll see ya. Toodaloo. And I'm out.
Oh, motor mouth mall, I'm away in my hand. Hey, motor mouth mall, hardcore, baby.
Hardcore 24, I got you all up in there. Hey, Hardcore, there you are, there, breaker.
All right. I heard you out there with all that audio. I thought I'd bob it down and wave my hand. Oh, motor mouth mall, hardcore 24 with a Monday morning wave, baby.
There you go, Hardcore 24, big old wave your way. Monday morning wave, Hardcore 24. Motor mouth mall stepping. You bet that ball down.
Well, hello, motor mouth mall, hello, 6 Trey, hardcore, baby.
Tell 6 Trey I said hello out there. Good morning time to him. I'm going to step wide in the side, and I'm going to be back out here a little bit later on, but I've been out here for my hour, so it's time to move. I motor mouth mall stepping. I got down right there, breaker.
6 Trey, motor mouth mall, I'm going to ease on back in the bushes. Hardcore 24 with a wave, getting on down.
410, Hardcore 24. I'll see ya. Your West Coast beast. Got down.
Hardcore 24, you gonna have to get you a conversation. I told you about easing down, no time making hammer, man.
Man, I can hear 6 Trey like he's sitting over here in Santa Maria, California. I hear him like he's sitting right here in Santa Maria. Ain't no doubt about that. Motor mouth mall working a small ball peen hammer, stepping in, I'm out.
Some bitches from time to time. Motor mouth, 6 Trey, baby. Hey, Motor. Being nosy, break. Imposter zigzag, will you? Through an imposter, will you? 0218, wanna know, baby. Go back to school. You do this side, get brown. Hey, but nevertheless, hey, 6 Trey, you sound a real good. Baby. I can drown for tennis. Look at you, but I'm gonna say, hey, move for it, just keep it big on it. He likes to use his radio sometimes. So, big G, I'm going. But I'm gonna get my knees on the breeze, I can't stay. Hey, Blues,